We're at Phat. Oh, you're muted. Why are you muted? Did you mute yourself?
Oh, I did.
Oh.
I'm all right now. Welcome to Untethered. I'm Scott B. Smith.
And I'm Wesley Green. Did I say it? Phat.
What does that mean?
It's just the name of the temple we're at.
Oh,
Did you want to try it?
no, because I butcher it.
Well, I probably did too.
But it would. I just thought it might mean something like Green Valley or.
Oh, it does. What does the thing
Or
say? It's the word for the platform the Buddha sits on.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
I guess so. It's from my research that I was sent, my packet.
Information packet.
Because we're professionals and we prepare for this show by doing research and things. It says that the Buddha sits upon a lotus seat.
You're right, and the name is the name of the seat, right? Yeah, maybe.
Sure. I originally read it as a lotus. I originally read it as a lotus seed, and I'm like, why is he trying to grow it? Or I didn't know.
Well,
I thought it might be like a reverse, like Sir Isaac Newton thing, where he got enlightenment because a lotus from under his leg or something, and he was like,
under his leg. Okay.
Yeah. Let's
just keep it there.
A religious figure for like billions of people. I'm not gonna, yeah, like it comes up from his leg and say, whoa, and when he has an idea.
I love that depiction of the Buddha's enlightenment. Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah. He was like Keanu Reeves,
I think you've cast the movie already. That's great. Good job.
I think Keanu Reeves would make a good
make a great Buddha. The good Buddha.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
He's fine.
He's so fine.
I mean,
all right. Well,
he's no Sidney Poitier, but he's fine.
That's true, but there was only one.
Yeah, and he passed, unfortunately. So he can't play the Buddha.
Right, which is why we went to the second best, Keanu Reeves. Okay.
Anyway.
So my question is it time for an update? Should I mention to anyone who might be following? I guess I should, in case, just to let people tune out as quickly as possible. Let me update you on the only thing you tuned in for.
In case a family member is tuning in.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. That's right. So I went and got my test, and I'm COVID clear. I'm clear to fly tomorrow. I have my flight booked, and the next episode will be in Cambodia, unless we meet some other obstacle, which has been the theme of the past few weeks. Always new obstacles, but as far as I know, as far as I'm aware, I will be flying out tomorrow, be in Cambodia, and so we're good.
Well, your time contemplating the Buddha and his serenity and stuff will help you overcome obstacles if any appear.
Oh, maybe.
Perhaps. Oh.
Let's flip the camera around and see this Buddha. I feel like the audience is getting antsy for the Buddha.
Yeah.
Okay. The fact that Russ tuned in last time makes me realize we could one day have actual viewers.
Yeah.
Like the day Russ tuned in.
Like Russ.
Like Russ.
Yeah, our friend Russ.
He's an example of an actual viewer, is what I was trying to get at.
Our friend Russ tuned in for the last stream, and it was good to see him. See him here. I mean, I see him. That's not what I mean.
I see you. All right, this is the back side of the Buddha. Let's walk around to the front. Now, this is the whole temple. The Buddha is just the one of the main attractions here.
Oh, that's so colorful. Look at that.
Yeah, it's very yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow seems to be Yeah.
The contrast with part of it's just the shadows, but the contrast with the dark colors really makes it pop. Oh, there he is, the Buddha.
The Buddha, that's him. Let's get a little closer.
Yeah.
Get a little closer to Buddha. The gate's open. I feel like this is the prohibited area. All right.
Well,
That's a
look at
pretty cool
that.
statue.
Yeah.
I'll get my thumbs up. Do we have any information on this? This is not an ancient statue.
No, apparently it was built in the 50s or 60s, I think is what our research said.
Mm-hmm. 60s, I believe.
I believe that's correct. Oh. Look at that.
Altar.
It was also interesting that kind of separate from the statue here, but there apparently the temple area is surrounded by 4 peaks, and on each of those peaks is soil from 4 important sites to Buddhism from India, which is very interesting to me. I thought, well, I hope they kept it in a jar or something. I mean, if you just
dumped it on the ground.
You just dumped it on the ground. It's washed away by now. I mean, kind of went through a lot of trouble just to make some runoff. I don't know.
Well, let's go see. Let's find this. So it's near the temple. Is that what we're saying?
Well, there's it said there's like a, let me find it again. Although if the holy soil ran off into the water table or whatever, maybe it would purify the water and make it get holy. I don't know.
Get holy. Get holy water.
Yeah, that's what defeats vampires. Let me find
yeah, strange that holy water doesn't work like what's the nonsense cure of like this water had some minuscule amount of a substance in it, so never mind. I can't think of what the word is for it. Oh God, that's gonna.
The water had a minuscule amount of something like a trace element, or
yeah, like trace amounts of something, and so it must, or it had it there at one time. So what do they call that? Yeah, I'll have to think of it later. Or someone watching, one viewer could think of it. What do I think of? It's like a hocus pocus cure, new agey kind of thing where, it's where they put the thing that caused the problem. Like if you got bit by a rattlesnake, they put rattlesnake venom in a little vial of water, or a minuscule amount of it in water, and then there's none actually left, but it was still in the water. So you drink the water, and that's, you know what I'm talking about?
No, that sounds like not to use. That sounds like quackery. Let me just say, I'll say that.
It is.
I was going to use another term. I was going to use another.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I was going to say bullshit. It sounds like bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Which maybe, or hair of the dog. It's a little bit of the hair of the dog to bit you.
Well, that's kind of the idea, but the amount is so small that it's not actually there. So it's zero.
Oh, like a placebo.
The placebo is not the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
It's not holistic. That's not the same thing. It's
that's a.
All right, I'll stop thinking about it, and then it'll come to me later.
Yep. You'll have to tweet it out to everybody to solve the mystery. Where are we now? What are we looking at here?
Well, it's a good question. I'm looking for
Thank you.
that's a cool building. I just wanted to show it while we're still looking for some sort of
Yeah.
a plaque or something. Oh, well, here's the
Hmm.
plaque, but I think it's not. Oh, wait, no. I think this is it. There's four of these urns. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was anything. Biography.
Oh yeah, it says look at the article, a research article.
Mm-hmm.
There further along the path to the temple at the top of the hill, there is a Bodhi tree brought to Vietnam in 1960. Um,
What's a Bodhi tree look like?
I don't have any idea.
Mhm. I did read that, but for some reason I thought it would be more prominent. I don't see like a tree that's especially unique or
There should be some dragon statues and some lion statues.
yeah.
Are those dragons
So
along the stairs there? There's
yes,
some
those are
lions.
dragons along the stairs, right? That's
There's some lions.
dragons,
There's all right, and then the
the lion.
lions at the top.
Mhm.
Stone
Yep,
paved yard at the top with an octagonal stupa.
yep, that's it.
St- okay. Surrounded by four peaks in each direction. Each of these sites
Oh,
contains soil taken from the four holiest sites of Buddhism in ancient India. Okay, so that must be it. So it says
yep.
peaks. I assumed it was like hilltops, but um,
Yeah,
okay.
but I don't.
So
I don't know what. Does it say PEAKS?
it does.
Strange that they just use that term, but yeah, that's got to be what it's talking about. Is these things because you could put dirt in those, but
You sure? Mm-hmm.
if it were like a peak, like a hilltop, you could not put dirt in that; it would fall off. Yeah, I think that's it. Does it say what the sites are? Well,
It
then that would be
does.
meaningless. Oh, okay. Is it a lot of words that we don't know because they're Indian
It says, well, I'll try them.
or Hindi?
I'll try them. And I
Okay.
apologize if I don't get them right. Um, ancient four holiest sites of Buddhism in ancient India: Lumbini, the birthplace of Prince Siddhartha,
Okay. Yeah.
uh,
That's
um,
Buddha.
Buddha, right?
Mhm.
Bodh Gaya, the location of enlightenment. So that's
Oh,
where
right. Yeah.
the prince became enlightened and became the Buddha, I think.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Sarnath, the location of the first sermon in which the Buddha talked about the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Noble Path for the first time, and the forest of Kusinara, where the Buddha entered nirvana, which I believe means he passed. So,
Right. Yeah.
where
Okay.
his spirit moved to state of enlightenment,
Right.
ultimate enlightenment. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, a little that is neat. Um, I guess for like a Christian or something, it'd be like having soil from the Holy Land or something, from
Right.
Israel.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sure there's people that do that.
I'm
All
sure
right.
there are.
Scott, do you ever think we'll get to the Holy Land on this show?
Um, I won't.
But you'll be with
Um,
me in spirit.
I mean, I may be here when you get there if that's where someplace you want to go, but I don't know. That's a long way across Asia. You're on the
It
complete
is.
opposite side of it.
It is. That would be long
Yeah.
term planning to get there. Yeah. Long term commitment, which I'm hoping to make.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Got to get some of these shows. I feel like Cambodia is going to be a new start for us.
it will literally be a new start. Yeah, we'll be in a different country.
Yeah.
Well, you will. I'll still be here, friends. Green screen.
Well, that's true. But we could upgrade your computer so that it looks like you're in some other place.
That would be nice. One of the problems I'm having. One of the problems is funding. But another problem is the fact that video card um, GPUs are
Mm-hmm.
are scarce right now, in
Oh,
part because of the pandemic, supply chain issues, and that sort of thing.
sure.
And because apparently, for at least for a while there, the GPUs were better at doing whatever mining bitcoins, I think, or something with cryptocurrency. I'm sorry, I don't understand all that, folks, but so they were
Oh
being
no.
bought up for that purpose rather than video cards. So, I don't know.
Oh wow.
Look at
Well,
that.
that's useful.
It was for the
I
people that were buying them up, I guess.
yeah. Well, I hope so. I hope it's worth it. Well, that's not going to be forever, though. I assume, right?
Oh no, I mean I'm sure there'll come a time when it'll be all this will pass.
Sure. Hope so. I mean, I hope the bad things though. I guess you don't have to hope they will. Everything changes.
Oh, a dog.
Ooh, puppy dog. Scared him.
Oh, it's like a little Pomeranian or something. What is that? Oh, tiny doge. I wonder if the tiny dog has reached enlightenment.
Well, he must have. He looked like he took off like he was done. Like,
Well, reached enlightenment. Gotta go.
oh, this really isn't meant to be viewed from up here. It's meant to be viewed from where we were before.
Oh, well.
Oh well. Lady with a knife.
I believe it. I read that some of these statues were supposed to represent important moments in the Buddha's life.
Oh, well, that makes
Now,
sense.
I'm not I'm not Buddhist, and I don't
Right.
know that much about Buddhism, so I can't say what those events are.
Yeah.
But
We should probably. Russ
convert to
mentioned something
Buddhism.
last time. That's one solution.
It
Another is
seems like a good religion. I don't know.
it is. It looks lovely. Yeah,
I
I
guess
don't
not.
really want to convert. I think
Oh,
I'll
okay.
go with option number two,
Hmm.
which is I kind of want to poke inside here. It looks like someone's home.
Guess who's home? It's the Buddha.
Mhm. All right. Um, is to make clear that while we try and present as much information as we can on this show, uh, we are not experts in religion or food or
Much
any
of
of the things you
anything.
might, or much of anything you might see. I mean, I kind of have a good background in travel itself. I worked in travel for years and um, focused on transportation and doing my university degree. Did a geography degree in my undergrad and did some work towards a um, urban planning degree. I feel like we walked outside the temple area.
Well, then speaking personally, just for myself, then I'm not much of an expert on anything.
Well, language, English,
I have a
research.
degree. I have a degree in English. Yes.
Yeah, and have you spent most of your working life doing research?
Um. Well, I mean, it was very light research, but most of my working life's been in curriculum design to try to teach kids about
Stuff.
STEM related
Oh, always STEM
things.
related?
Um, Pretty much it was always all STEM related. That or health science. We had health science where I was working. It was a big part of our products for a while.
Oh,
I didn't do as much as some of my colleagues on it, um,
yeah.
but um, yeah,
So could we say that what you've done is collect information and present it?
yes. And I've
All
also
right.
written instructions on how to procedural instructions on how to um, say operate a 3D printer or complete
Just
a process to help you learn about how to use laser engraver or that kind of thing.
Right.
Oh, look at this. That's beautiful.
I don't know if these are all Buddhas. It's pretty cool. Some with children. They're just monks. I don't think they're all supposed to be representations of the Buddha.
No, the faces look different from the Buddha that we've seen.
Well, there were more than one Buddha. There's been more than one Buddha, right?
That's my understanding, but I think there was only
Yep.
one like original OG Buddha.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And again, as I said last week, I don't know if Wesley had faded on that one. When we make little jokes about religious things, we're not trying to blaspheme or denigrate anybody's sincerely held beliefs. We're just making jokes.
Yeah. Well, hopefully people are okay with that.
I hope so. If people are not okay with something on the internet, you'll know.
Yeah,
They
you'll
will,
see 0 viewers at the top of the screen.
they will leave you some comments or tweets.
Let me get close enough to.
There's a monk.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff. Wow, look at that big. Oh,
I have to take my shoes off.
Oh, should we be filming in here?
I didn't say anything about the camera. It's my shoes.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll talk a little bit, but Wesley's going to be quiet to respect the sanctity of this temple. Look at all that. Oh, my goodness. That's beautiful. Look at that. All those nice flowers for the Buddha. Oh, that one's painted realistically. Look at that. I wonder what's in those boxes. Oh, cookies. Cookies for the Buddha. Look at all that. I wonder if those are offerings for the Buddha or if they are for followers or both. Oh. Look at there. Look at that. The Buddha's got a banging sound system back here. Dang. Oh. Look at that other cool statue. That one's telling you, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Take your shoes off, buddy. Wow. All right. Thanks, the Buddha. That's so cool. Oh, look at that little tree. Wow.
Huh? Oh no, I don't have a business card. Come on.
Oh, that was nice. They're asking you to put your business card in there.
Yeah, maybe they have a drawing. Sorry, I have to put my wallet away now. Yeah. No, I don't know. My Vietnamese is not really conversational. But I guess if I feel more obligated to oh, donate if I'm filming. Obviously, I'm getting something out of it. Ew. Sorry, all that
Well,
grunting is me putting my shoes on.
I mean, to be fair, though, I mean, so are they. I mean, this is kind of a little free publicity, and we're trying to,
Well, I'd like to think that's true, but I think this famous temple probably is not being benefited terribly much
well,
by this video, at least on our channel at the moment.
well, I disagree. I think
They ought
they're
to be
getting.
paying us.
No, that's fine. I'm just. They don't have to. I mean, they seem like it seems like a nice enough religion and everything. I don't have to pay us anything. It's just.
Well, I mean, I gave them a quarter, so
Oh,
let's not get
like a
carried
U.S.
away.
quarter?
No, I mean a quarter's worth of Vietnamese currency.
You gave
Like
them
what?
worthless money. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Good job, Scott. Where am I supposed to pay? Use this.
Go down to the bank and exchange this for nothing.
Well,
all right. Well, you see those birds in the cookie tin? That's where this show has gone. Well, Scott, we were talking about your computer upgrades and my future plans for the hopes for the channel, and what if anyone watching this agrees and thinks, I sure hope those two guys get those things.
Well,
what
please,
they
should leave a comment about it or subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, an encouraging comment.
Yeah, well, the algorithm loves any comment, I think, but yeah.
Okay, well, jump in and insult us if you like.
yeah. Tell us how much we're blaspheming an ancient religion.
An ancient religion, but a fairly recent temple.
That's true. So it evens out.
It does.
So was all that, like, you said those were boxes full of cookies, right? That's what we were looking at?
Yeah, the boxes you saw close to the camera were cookies. Yeah.
Are those offerings to the Buddha, or are those for ceremony, or do you know? Or
well, they're offerings. I mean, what happens to them at the end of the day? I don't know. I mean, they could be prop boxes for all I know. I have never torn into one to see if it's real.
That's a good idea. I mean, for a lot of reasons, that's a really good idea.
Right.
Just grab one off the shelf there in front of Buddha's statue and be like, I'm just gonna help myself.
Just gonna pop one in there. But that's very common selection of offerings, cookies and little Debbie cake type things. I mean, they're a different brand, but those like little cakes and cola and beer and fruits and what else would be up there? Yeah, that type of thing. That's quite often what you see on at an altar like that. Do you call that an altar?
I think that would be considered an altar. Yeah, it's an altar to Buddha.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's what you usually see on there. I don't know if you're getting this great view. I'm lingering on it here because this place has a great view.
If it's not an altar, though, like someone please tell us in the comments. I know it's actually called this.
Right. View. Yeah. Yeah. This goes back to our non-expert status. We are attempting to present a wide variety of things. There's just no possible way we could be an expert on every topic. we try to do a little research so we can present some information, but the viewers are really going to have to, if you know more about this than us, please chime in by all means.
Yeah, but I think we're also providing, sort of a reaction video, to, at least for me, my end of it, to what I'm seeing here from somebody who's never been to these places before and doesn't have a lot of, encyclopedic knowledge about all this stuff. I mean, I know a little bit about Buddhism, but and that's why I keep saying it seems like a good religion, a decent religion, that kind of thing. I know a little bit.
Right.
I just don't know a lot of specifics.
You have a layman's understanding.
I have a very general understanding, very general, small understanding of that sort of thing. So.
Right, and not to belabor the point, but this goes for both of us, because the whole point of travel is discovering something new, and the whole point of live streaming is to show something that I feel like this is blocking the path.
It sure looks that way.
Let's see if I can
well, you don't care. Okay. You're now on this person's property. They're going to come beat you up. Oh.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
It's why are you just walking through our yard, sir?
We're still at the temple. It's not.
I guess that's true. Well, I mean,
all right, as long as you understand. But so this the point that I was getting to a moment ago before we went through that person's yard was that we're discovering this. We're live streaming travel. So we're discovering the place as we get there. We're not going to have an encyclopedic knowledge for sure. That's not to totally get us off the hook for knowing something about it, but yeah, a lot of it we're going to be discovering as we get there. That's the point.
I just hope it gets us off the hook if I accidentally say anything insulting.
All right, fair enough. Me too.
What was the sound system for? I guess for their services and that kind of thing. But
yeah, you answered it for services.
Oh. Do they? I don't know. I guess I don't know a lot about Buddhist services. I don't know what they would do. I guess they don't stand up there and preach at you like they do.
No, it's not like a sermon.
Yeah.
But I don't think that means that. I think, I think it's just playing music, honestly.
Yeah.
And they don't play it for the people that are just right there. They play it quite loudly, and so that everyone at the site can hear it.
Ah, look at that. It's a map.
Yeah. No, I love maps. I don't see you are here.
Well, I mean,
that thing. We went to see that. Well, honestly, the only thing we haven't seen is 6. And that's where I said I think we're not in the actual temple anymore, because we just wandered past the Buddhist gazebo.
The fact that all that, I guess it's the pathways are blue, though. It makes it look like it's river on the map.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, is this the Disney Jungle Cruise? What is it?
Well, maybe it's meant to represent a river or be reminiscent of a river.
Oh.
And there's deep meaning to that.
Could be.
All right. Well, this is back where we started.
I think I would enjoy a Disney Jungle Cruise type ride where you're just going through, like, I don't know, a tour of Buddhism. That'd be kind of neat.
Well, I agree. I would enjoy that.
Kind of like at the World Showcase at Epcot Center.
Hi.
Well, there's friendly people here, isn't
there? Yeah. Very friendly. Okay, so we're just at 35 minutes. How much steam do you have left? So there's one more building. Unfortunately, we have to go back the way we came.
I'm just sitting here, so I'm good. A better question would be, how much steam have you got left?
Oh, I've got plenty.
Oh, okay.
We're not to the hot part of the day yet. we were just talking about how when you're in the tropics, I think tourists get the idea that the time to be out is like when they're at home is, middle of the day, right? Noon to the afternoon, noon to 6, somewhere in there. And that's why when you go, whenever you travel in the tropics, you find two groups of people out at that time of day. Tourists and people who have the unfortunate position of needing to serve the tourists, like the restaurants and shops and whatnot. Everybody else goes inside and sleeps that part of the day. Nobody tries to stay up in the hottest part of the day. That's torturing yourself. Why would you do that?
It's the siesta fiesta.
Yeah. Well, even where I lived in China, which is not tropical, it was still the thing to do. I mean, schools and everything let out at lunch. And you got a 2 to 3.5 hour lunch, where you would just go home and sleep for most of the time.
Oh, Russ is here.
Hey,
there's our friend Russ.
He mentioned to get here at 8. I bet he's auto-corrected that. He's been auto-corrected, I mean. I'm trying not to follow right behind these people or make them feel like I'm rushing them. Let's get a lovely view of the Buddha from here while we wait. Trees are covering up his face.
One of the things the article that I read said was that part of the reason they made the Buddha statue so very bright, such a bright white, was to stand out against the blues and the greens of the sky and the forests and such.
Yeah, and what do you think about that effect?
I think you can definitely see it here. It's definitely standing out.
Well, I think it's on the screen. It probably looks like just a white blur because it's so bright. You can see it. Yeah, you could see it here, but it gets basically the same effect. I mean, was a really good choice because they're right. That sky is so blue, and that white Buddha against the blue sky, nice effect. Good choice. They could have worked in Hollywood, and they wasted their life praising the Buddha.
Oh, that's not true.
No, it's definitely a joke. They did the right thing, not working in Hollywood and going for Buddhism instead. I was being facetious.
Oh, sure.
Just to be clear to anyone listening. I may insult religion on this channel, but no, don't really have so many insults for Buddhism. Seems very nice. And I don't really mean to insult religion. I mean to attack people personally. Take our shoes off and
go. All right. So I'll just talk quietly while Wesley's being silent for the, out of respect here.
Yeah, but that's a thing from our culture, though. I don't really know that it's much of a thing. And Buddhism. I mean, it might be. I just don't know.
Well, they'll definitely, if you're being generally people don't get mad if you're being too quiet, so but they do if you get too loud. Well, that's very similar to what we saw earlier. Yeah, in the temple. It's a Buddha and a couple of folks with it, and they painted up lifelike colors. Is this the kind of halo behind his head? Is that they got lights in it?
Yes.
Okay, because it was hard to tell if it was glitter just from your movement, or it's actually lit up. Wow, look at that, folks! Look at there.
That's a swastika in the center.
There's all the flowers for Buddha. Oh, there's a picture of Buddha with some information below it. Couldn't tell what those numbers meant. Guess
Oh,
it's
it's just date and time.
time and okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Look at there.
I'm gonna sit down in the old people chair to put my shoes on. Okay, let's take a look at these lovely flowers while I do this.
Ah, beautiful.
Beautiful. All right, well, Scott, I feel like it's time to talk about the next episode.
Well, all right.
Let me turn the. Go ahead.
In the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, Wesley will be in Cambodia, and I will be in front of this green screen. And you'll be wherever you are.
Wherever you are when you watch it. All right. Okay. Well, I feel like now's the time to find a seat out of the sun. Maybe I'll just walk on down these steps. Yes. So we'll be in Cambodia, and I mean, assuming everything goes to plan, and we're going to do an episode. You know, I like to try and change things up from episode to episode, but in this case, we'll be doing a similar thing in that we will be at a Buddhist temple. But for this one, we're going to try our best to. Oh, here's a nice bench. Do a meditation episode. Now, since I'm not there yet, I can't confirm any of the things I've read on the internet. But there's a wat that allows guests, foreigners, non-Buddhists maybe, to come in and meditate. But it either is or is not a guided meditation. If it's not, then it's just me showing a temple for an hour, which probably isn't the inside of a temple without moving, which probably isn't the best live streaming. So the other thing is they either do or do not allow filming during the meditation session. I have no idea how they feel about that, and they really don't have a way to contact them online. But it seems it's one of the older wats in Phnom Penh, so it seems like it'll be a cool option. I don't want to let it go. And also, I'll be there, you know, almost a week, right at a week before we go do it. So I should be able to find some information. And so some things about that episode may change. That's not the next episode. Sorry, that's one week from today. 1 week from tomorrow. But so some things could change about that, but it's going to have something to do with meditation and a wat in Phnom Penh. Something somewhere in that neighborhood. we don't have the details. When I get there, I'll find out if it's Vipassana, if it's guided, if there's something I can use online that will allow us to do like a 5-minute meditation inside the wat and then walk around and kind of tour the wat. That's really my optimal version. Well, actually, I should say my optimal is that it's a guided meditation and we can sit in there for 5 to 10 minutes and let the audience soak that in and then see the wat. How does that sound, Scott? You like that idea?
Yes.
So I like that because there's something to do. Like I liked walking around and seeing this cool temple, but it did lack any action to film. We were just basically walking around and seeing a temple not in motion. So I think something along those lines for that would be good. And then there's next episode is boutique shopping in Cambodia along a street whose name is not in front of me, and so I will not attempt to say. No, actually, I do have the name, and I am going to say it, but let's see. Or I don't. Oh, banner. Sorry, the wrong thing. Let's see. Oh, I just put Street 240. Boy, I copped out on that one. They do number the streets in Phnom Penh, so it's Street 240. All right, yeah. So we're gonna do that, and we'll talk about more about why we're gonna do that episode next. When we're there, Cambodia has a lot of history, and we're going to attempt while there to tap into that and show some interesting stuff. Scott, do you have anything?
No.
If people want to see more of these types of shows, especially the ones I described in Cambodia next week, because that's where we'll be, what should they do?
Well, I think they should subscribe to the channel, and they should, if they so incline, like this video, if they did in fact like it, or just want
Or
to
if they
support
just
the
like
channel.
clicking like buttons,
You should smash that like button,
smash that like.
and maybe share the channel around so people can see it. Also, you should join all the social medias that Untethered is tethered to.
To,
And you can find links to those on the YouTube channel's homepage, top right of
yep.
the banner at the top. I mean,
Along with a place to donate.
Bottom right of the banner.
Bottom right of the banner, not the page, but the bottom right of the banner. There's also a link there to donate to the channel if you can and would like to. I don't like to do high pressure, but I do. I know people who have the least tend to be the most generous. I know the past 2 years for me have been nothing but financial problems. So for anybody who's somehow not experiencing those, if you like the shows and you want to see more of them, that's the way to do it. I tell you what, the thing that's on my list right now that I can't afford for the channel is Khmer lessons. There's a nice little app, and you won't. I always say you won't become fluent using language apps, but they certainly get you over that first hump of being able to say hello, thank you, count from 1 to 10, those kind of basic things. I really would like to get that app. I've got other language learning apps that cover a lot of languages, but Khmer is a very unusual language to have on these apps. It doesn't appear on many of them. So I found one that has it. I'd love to get that.
What is Khmer and where is it spoken?
Khmer is the culture, language, and cultural descriptor for the people of Cambodia. There are actually Khmer people in this area too. So it's an ethnic group.
Oh, it's an okay. I was unaware.
Right.
My apologies.
That's what the show is for. That's all right. So that's the name of the language too that's spoken in Cambodia is Khmer, and it's just such an interesting language because it's not part of it's where you would put the split between Chinese influenced language and things west of that. Khmer is it's all its own. It's not part of this family. Like the traditional Vietnamese writing comes from Chinese, but Khmer is totally different. You'll see it when we get there. It's a totally different thing. It may be related to Indian. I'll have to do more research to know for sure, but it may be related to Western half. But it's very unique, even if it is. So anyway, you'll enjoy seeing that. Russ says he loves history, as do I, Russ. I like to include some historical things, and boy, Cambodia's history, Khmer history, goes back a long, long ways. They pretty much, I think they're the earliest empire in the region. I don't think anything around here predates them. So lots of history. I think Cambodia in general and Phnom Penh specifically is going to be a fun place to explore and do some episodes.
All right.
Well, thanks to everyone who tuned in. I think we have 2 viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please look at what's scheduled for next week when we get to Phnom Penh. I think it's going to be a fun, interesting place to go. Thanks to you, Scott, and to everyone. Please tune in for the next video. It's coming up now.